Hey, good afternoon, risk managers. Dan Sugar again with trendlinebreak.com. Going over my second educational video. In the last video, we talked about what is a trading methodology and a strategy and why it's so important. Today, I want to cover briefly some of the popular trading methods. So here's trading view, and if you click on indicators, here's all your different indicators. So it's real easy to get overwhelmed and just buried with all these different, if you're new to trading and trying to find an indicator or a pathway to generate low risk, above average reward, above average probability opportunities, investing, day trading, swing trading, or position trading, all four of the different strategy types or trading types, I should say. It's real easy to feel overwhelmed with CCI, Bollinger Bands, moving averages, Fibonacci, MACD, stochastics, RSI, etc. So go through them. Don't get overwhelmed. Get some knowledge. Get some education. But some of the top methodologies that have been around, that have been back tested, that a lot of investors, a lot of institutional investors, hedge funds, banks, etc., use are going to be trend following and trend lines. Again, that's my forte and my specialty. But also moving averages, and moving averages are called dynamic trend lines because a rigid trend line, as you see, is rigid up or down, not flexible, not subjective. It's very objective. Moving averages, on the other hand, are where's my moving averages one here? Ah, Where's my moving averages? I got the wrong. Here we go. Um, Moving averages, it's an average and it moves, so they're called dynamic trend lines. But they're lagging, but they're not as lagging as some other relative strength or MACD or whatever. So, but those are the top, in my opinion. Those are some of the popular trading methodologies out there. Support resistance or supply demand with no indicators, maybe just volume and price action for purists and pure technicians. They don't use any indicators at all. It's just candles and volume, and they pick out old highs and lows, and they draw support or resistance, also known as supply and demand. Demand and support are used interchangeably. Resistance or supply are used interchangeably. Don't let that get you confused. But pure technicians just use price action, candles, maybe some patterns, double tops, double bottoms, wedges or symmetrical triangles, bull and bear flags. Those are my top five favorites. Bull and bear flags, ascending and descending triangles, and a wedge, or it's also called a symmetrical triangle, which really is just two intersecting trend lines when you think about it. But wedges are beautiful. So pick one. Again, successful investors, successful traders, they specialize. They're not a jack of all trades and a master of none. They learn a methodology, a strategy inside and out, backward and forward, and they use it. And nothing bats 100%. No one's going to have 80 or 90% winners, folks. But if you can find a methodology and strategy that hits on 50, 60%, even 40%, you can make a lot of money being wrong 60% of the time. If you're wrong for this much and your winners on average are this much or this much, cut your losses, let your winners run, of course. But those are some of the popular trading methodologies. In my next video, we're going to go over introduction to trend lines. Again, I'm going to do a bunch of these 4 to 5 minute videos to help educate and provide some knowledge and education for new and aspiring traders, or some traders that have been doing it for a while but are just struggling. So thanks, everyone. Any comments or questions? Dan at trendlinebreak.com. See you next time, folks. Manage your risk,